What's your "fuck this, I quit" story? Was at a job for 3 years, consistently in the top 3 of my department in terms of performance. Asked my supervisor repeatedly if I could be recommended for advancement, promotion, and he always told me he was trying his best to get me new opportunities. I worked for a company for over a year that was contracted to make deliveries for Amazon. The vans they equipped us with were terribly maintained and fully unequipped to handle winter weather. I worked with the company through their first winter, which meant sliding all over the road when it was icy and getting stuck constantly every time we had snow. I never had a major accident, though I did have 2 or 3 close calls where only minor damage was incurred to the van. I decided to stick it out through the summer, when the weather was obviously much better. All summer long they promised us that new and better vans were coming. September rolls around. No vans. October. No vans. November. No vans. That month we got our first real snow. I got back from my route and immediately put in my notice. My boss told me they would be getting new vans by the end of the year. I told her that was nice and walked. Greater than my boss told me they would be getting new vans by the end of the year. I told her that was nice and walked. I wonder if they ever did get new vans? My gut says no, but my heart says also no. I've seen the old vans driving around town, so I'm gonna say no. I was in the same position for 2 years and was actively looking at other positions within the same company. Bosses knew about it. It was just time for a change and to advance my career. Great opportunity came up and I was offered the position. However, my current leadership blocked me because I received a promotion 6 months prior. That promotion was literally an automatic email that said, "Congrats, you're now level 2 instead of level 1, because I had met my sales attainment and completed all my yearly trainings. Literally an automated email stopped me from getting promoted, and bosses said I had to wait another 18 months. Left that company and went to a competitor doing the same thing for better pay and significantly more support. I had a similar situation. My then boss told me they were trying to work on it so that I could interview in the other department I wanted to go in. Later I found out that they were doing nothing since they wanted to keep me. Decided that was the last straw with the other BS going on and put in my 2 weeks. I was 20 and had been working in a call center for just over a year. I was promoted to an assistant manager with a new compensation structure that was identical to the other assistant manager. Basically, you got your wage, a very small percent of the total office revenue, and then 10% of your own revenue from when you worked on the phone. My immediate manager and office supervisor gave me this without confirming it with the regional manager, who was on a 2-month vacation in the doctor. When I got my first check after being promoted, there was no bonus. I was told it would be corrected soon. When I got my second check after being promoted, there was no bonus. I was told it would be corrected soon. When I got my third check after being promoted, there was no bonus, and I was told we had to wait for the regional manager to come back and authorize it. I was being paid weekly and worked another 4 weeks under the premise that I would get a lump sum when the regional manager returned. The problem was that I sold significantly more than the other office manager. The back pay had grown to such a large amount that when the regional manager did return, he questioned why the office manager had given me this structure, as he considered it to be too much money. On my next check there was no lump sum, and I was told that they were figuring out a new structure. My following shift I stayed home and got a frantic call from the office manager asking me why I wasn't at work. I told him I couldn't afford to go to work. He said, "Why can't you afford it?" "Because I have been getting ripped off for 2 months. Call me back when you have my money, or don't call me at all." Never did get paid. My dad taught me that you have to get this type of thing in writing before you start selling. I had a company give me a fantastic commission structure, but then took 6 months to give it to me in writing. They would ask me why I wasn't selling, and I kept telling them I would start as soon as they gave me the structure in writing. After paying me based on the structure, they altered it 2 months in and changed my position as it wasn't fair to the company. Can you take legal action on that or not, because it was just a bonus? This was almost 15 years ago. I didn't have the exact offer in writing. At least not on something I thought was concrete, credible at the time. I was young and decided I wanted to just move on with my life. Lesson learned kind of thing. I also had a new job a few days later, which helped tremendously with the transition. Currently in the US military. Was back and forth about re-enlisting for another 4 years. Have done 9 to this point. I have a 3-year-old daughter at home who I haven't seen in almost 2 years for more than 3 weeks. Was talking to an officer in my chain of command when I told him my thoughts. I had just received orders to remain overseas for an additional 2 years. His exact words were, "You've already missed 2 years of her life, you can afford to lose 2 more." I went to my command career counselor office that day and signed my intention to separate. Edit, just because some people are confused by wording. The officer meant I've already missed 2 years, I could afford to miss 2 more since I've already know what it's like. Good on you, dude. Edit. I'm weirdly curious as to how this got 4K upvotes. I was a new sous chef at a country club. Chef wouldn't let anyone but himself do the ordering. His ordering method was to go over a sheet of paper hanging on the line where people wrote down what we were out of. Not what we were nearly out of, but what we were completely out of. Any time I'd try to add items that we were close to out of on, he'd lose his shit. We were constantly out of things. One day, we had a huge Easter breakfast event. Dipshit chef didn't order near enough eggs and we were out of all sorts of other random items. I was out front making omelets for members. Ran out of eggs and stood around for 15 minutes waiting for more while the members became increasingly frustrated, then angry. Went to the back to see chef yucking it up with the FOH manager. Handed him my apron and told him to pound sand. Was at that job for less than 2 weeks. Edit. Seuss. But we're out of sand. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. I interviewed for a corporate accounting role because public accounting was much less pay and a lot more hours. Was told in the interview that it was show up between 8 to 9, leave between 4 to 5. There'd be no more working late nights or having to work on weekends, which was great. I took the job, and within 2 months realized they were lying through their teeth. First off, there was absolutely no training on their processes. I was given enough work for 3 people, with no direction on how to do it. My manager was so scatterbrained. He could never give me any help when I asked. No one talked for 8 hours a day, and it was just an unbelievably bad work culture. I'd get to work usually at 8:30, and leave at 4:30 while eating lunch at my desk. I came in one day and was told, "Since you're leaving so early, I can only hope you're working from home." Then the next week, we're told we have to come in for a full day Saturday because we had New Year's Day off that Monday. My final straw was when I left at 2:30 one day for a doctor's appointment. When I came in the next day, my manager pulled me into a room and said that I didn't have enough accrued PTO to do that, and he was going to dock my pay in a salaried position. Went in the next day, told him it wasn't working out and put my 2 weeks in. On my last day, he told me I could leave at 11:30, so I did. When I got my final paycheck, he docked my pay for the remainder of that day. Luckily, the recruiter who got me the job followed up to ask what happened, and I was completely open and honest with her. Apparently, that manager has a very high turnover rate for the position I was in, and the recruiter told me that the CFO is looking into replacing him, monsieur. I'm sure the CFO looked into it. Then his wife said he couldn't fire her brother and so he got promoted instead. Arrived at the bar to work my shift only to discover that the owners had sacked my manager because there was, in their view, too much wastage. At the time, he was recovering from major surgery on his arm. He had 3 young children and an 8 months pregnant wife. They thought they were losing money because not every drop of beer poured went into somebody's drink, which is just a fact of life in a bar, and not because their idle toe-rag son, brother, had my annual review after finishing my first year at a retail store and I got a 13-cent per hour raise. A coworker of mine who drunkenly broken into the laundromat grocery store in town to steal beer a few weeks prior got a 14-cent per hour raise, and new employees were making 12 cents more to start than I was 1 year in. Fuck this. I quit and fuck you, Under Armour. Edit. A lot more comments than I anticipated. But here's some more info. This was in 2012-2013, so a while back. Our store manager went to a national meeting. Ended up getting another store manager pregnant. Not sure if they knew each other prior to that, but he left shortly after I did. Some other shit went down with reports by the employees against longtime managers and new managers. So some regional or HQ exec came in and fired all the managers and they started from scratch. Very poorly ran over the entire course of my employment there, considering the manager who hired me allegedly got fired for sexual harassment. Or he quit just before that. When I left to take a job from the U.S. assistant manager's wife selling shoes at Dillard's. The assistant manager worked for a few months at UA before quitting around the time I did for a lot of similar BS reasons. At Dillard's, I made $11 per hour before commission, drove like 10 minutes to work instead of like 30, and had a way more enjoyable experience, but still ended up leaving after 6 months. Now I work in my field of study while I finish my master's. So done with retail forever. I hope, crossed fingers. I first read that as 13% and was jealous, then I quickly wasn't. It's Under Armour. 13 cents could be 13%. I was working in a particular role for a small charity. It was already a busy role. But then due to changes within the company, my role got ridiculous. I was the senior manager looking after the budgets and accounts and acting as an accountant, so had to teach myself all about charity tax law, which is not easy. I was managing marketing, media, communications, strategic implementation, a reception and all customer service, a physical and online shop, 10 members of staff, legal compliance including insurance and data protection, health and safety, HR, reporting and end-of-year audits, preparing papers for and attending trustee meetings, procurement as well as general meetings, to the point where my job had gone way beyond my original job description anymore. Anyway, despite all the extra responsibilities, my boss still expected me to have time to do everything to an extremely high standard and couldn't possibly understand there would be any reason that I was overwhelmed apart from me being shit. Strange how everyone in that place also complained about being overworked, and that at one point the staff were going to go to the trustee board to see if they could get him replaced. It was always everyone else's fault. He sat me down at my 12-month probation meeting and said that I wasn't doing well enough to be given the job permanently, so he wanted to extend my probation by another 3 months, in which time he must see improvements. And what did I think I needed to improve? I said that I had been telling him for months what I needed to improve, which was for him to take the fact that everyone was overworked seriously and his expectations of what a human being could achieve were ridiculous at best, which was apparently never going to happen, so I quit. He said he didn't want that. I said I did, and just quit. It had been on my mind for a while, but that pushed me over the edge. A part of me wanted to stay, to go to the probation hearing and let everyone in HR know exactly what he was like. But I was just so done with the whole thing. Best decision ever. I now have an amazing job I love for a different charity that actually values what I do, and it feels great. But I don't want you to quit. Too bad. Sucks to suck. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.